Before we start today's episode, we just wanted to let you guys know that we understand that everyone is going through a hard time right now. So if you have a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, make sure to reach out to see if they're okay, because we understand that COVID is affecting a lot of people, especially those with mental health issues.
You know, everyone gets affected from this, like one way or another. You might not feel it, but someone else close to you could be feeling it. And, you know, it doesn't hurt to check up on them every now and then. Like if you're feeling really shitty, don't be afraid to reach out. You know, last year I reached out to a couple of my mates. Matt sometimes reaches out to me, sometimes. But, you know, you can reach out to your friends, family. Like it won't hurt. You know, they're here for you like you are for them. So there's a couple of websites out there right now talking about being okay and having anxiety, depression. If you think you're hurting yourself, definitely check these websites out. You got beyondblue.org.au that just mainly talks about what I said before with anxiety, depression, etc., etc. And Are You Okay? That's also a website, areyouok.org.au, I think. Helps you also reach out, and also helps other people, kind of give them an insight into, you know, checking up on people. Yo, my name's Jordan.
And my name is Matt.
And this is Chow Time.
So for the past few weeks, we've been doing the ISO food tour, which takes us around the world, trying different cuisines from our local area, so we don't have to leave home, obviously, because of restrictions as well. So without further ado, Jordan, you want to bring out the hat?
Yeah, no worries. Just got it out of here prepared. Just before we kick it off, just wanted to say to our viewers that we're very sorry for the late uploads. We both had a lot going on, work, uni. That's just the gist of it. But yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, so sorry, we're gonna catch up, filming 2 episodes this week. Hopefully we can get back on track and send more videos for you guys. All right, so with the hat back again, there's only like,
I think we might have to add more cuisines.
We might have
into
to add
it,
more. Yeah, there's
right?
like 3 in here. But I guess we'll
looks like that's the one.
Dun da da da.
Korean, yes. Very nice.
Finally.
Very nice. I
I haven't
like
had
it.
Korean
I like
food
it.
in a while.
Yes, sir. So we're back and we got our food. My room smells so good right now. We got our Korean. I don't know, actually, I don't want to say what I got yet, but what'd you get?
Korean?
Did you order off? Shit. Did you order off Easy? Or not Uber Eats, or did they just
No, I
give you
didn't.
Easy
It's
bag?
Uber Eats. They just gave me an cider.
Where'd you order from?
Shit's so good. I think it's BBQ Code. They make a mad barbecue set.
Oh yeah,
It comes with like all these condiments and all these sides. So good. Alright, so first things first. My protein. Sweet soy.
Oh! I saw it dropping, I was like, oh shit.
Yum. And then it's got like the peanut sauce. And then over here we have corn cheese. And I can't remember what this is called.
I don't want to give the wrong name. I think it's japchae.
Yeah, I'm like, japchae.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
like
know.
fried from work and fried from uni studies, just like smashed out 2 assignments. And then last but not least, this fat ass
Ooh, yummy.
comes with there you go. So you got rice, pickled radish, got these bean curd stuff,
Fish
mashed
cakes.
potato.
I have mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato and kimchi. Yeah,
Nice.
dude, this set is so good.
Damn,
Everything
eating good
I could
tonight.
ever want.
I got a pretty big bag. Dude, look at my bag. It's like massive every time.
Oh, yours always massive, just like
Yeah.
you, bro.
Yeah, I know. Oh, wait. So, I got Korean fried chicken because I've been craving for a long, long time now. So, I got 2 flavors. So, I got the first one I got was the 1000 cheese sprinkle. Look at that. I'll give it a better photo to
Oh
be.
my
but look at
god,
that.
it looks. It's like Mount Everest.
Yeah, I know. Looks like someone sprinkled some cocaine.
Cocaine.
Tip for you guys who order like fried chicken on Uber Eats or whatever, make sure to always get the sauce on the side if it's sauce, so like it doesn't get soggy by the time it comes to your door.
He's right.
Yeah. Because it's like some restaurants do it, some restaurants don't. It's like a 50-50. So, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Got my sides, the pickled radish and pickled onions. There's more. Hold up. There's a lot. So this is the original one, but I'm gonna pour the spicy sauce over in a bit, and then
Damn, we got so much.
yeah, my sister's gonna eat something later, I think. And then you can't have Korean food without Korean pancake. Look at that.
Kimchi.
Kimchi pancake. Oops, my bad. Without kimchi
Korean
pancake.
yes.
Look at that. It's so nicely organized and like
Close
packed and
enough.
stuff as well. Look at that.
Damn. Two types of people. You got Matt eating just chicken, Korean chicken,
Yeah.
Korean fried chicken, and kimchi pancake. And then you got me with like Korean barbecue
Yeah.
and like set
And you
stuff.
can't have Korean chicken without some beer. Let me open it. Oops. Got it. I'm not an alcoholic.
They're back.
Whoa. Whoa, where'd you get that beer from?
I'm ready. I know where to
We're
start.
gonna eat first. Maybe we should hit the sides first. Nah. Alright,
Right,
how about this?
let's cheers
Let's
first.
cheers, yeah. So I was gonna say that as
Hey,
well.
cheers.
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 Oh man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Hot minute.
When was the last time you were drunk? It's been a while, huh?
Yeah,
For a few months.
like proper drunk, probably
Yeah.
a few months.
Dude,
Oh, conch is so good.
you got something a little here. You got a little something here, yeah.
What'd you eat then? Chicken?
Yeah, had the spicy sauce. Maybe I should have got extremely spicy because spicy's not that spicy. But
It's not
craving satisfied is really, really good.
Yeah. Is it juicy?
So I got it from MANCHI. I never had it before, but it's really, really good. Look at that.
Or just all showing our food one at a time?
So good.
You got this. Wagyu. Oh yeah. So good.
This is like craving satisfied hard, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try the cheese sprinkle one. I've actually never had it before, but I see all these Korean mukbangers eat this kind of stuff. So hopefully it doesn't make a mess.
But you make me want to eat fried chicken now.
Look at that.
The Wagyu's like so tender. So good.
Dude, it's really good.
How good's really good?
It's really good. It's like
Is it boneless?
yeah, it's boneless. It's like
Oh.
how do I explain it? It's like eating to a Cheeto, but it's not like that cheesy, like that kind of cheesy Cheeto. It's like I don't know, man. This is really good. Like usually,
I'm trying to think of what chicken and cheese. Trying to think of like what we can compare chicken and cheese with.
yeah, it's not like super heavy as well. It's like super light. Like the chicken itself, it's like got a light batter, and then usually you think like the cheese makes it really heavy and like a really heavy dish, but the cheese is like a subtle cheese, even though it's like sprinkled and like covered in it. But
It's like a dust.
yeah,
It's like dust.
but it's really, really good.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm like, there's so much to eat. Like, I'm like picking one and then picking one, like going in order,
Yeah.
around and around in a circle.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the cheese one. I'm gonna dip it into the spicy sauce. Don't judge me. My stomach's not gonna agree with me tomorrow, but look at that. Pretty good. Oh, I totally forgot about the pancake as well. Oh boy, I'm eating good tonight.
How did you forget about the pancake?
It was right behind me. I was too focused on the chicken. The chicken was pretty good. Alright.
Eat that pancake.
Alright.
That looks thick. That's a thick pancake. Holy.
So good. So as you guys probably already know, this episode is not gonna be as like of a lighter mood as usual. Like especially with the current situation going on, we do understand that everyone is going through a hard time, and being isolated, you might feel lonely as well. But so today we just wanted to share our own personal experiences, just to maybe let you guys know that you're not alone. Other people also going through the same thing. Hopefully that makes you feel more comfortable with like sharing with your friends or opening up to your friends in a sense, because you never know, like your friend might be going through the same thing, and by you opening up first, it kind of creates that bridge where they might open up to you as well, and then you can be there for each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, personal experiences, like, it won't be obviously not the same situation as, you know, being in ISO and being alone and all that, but yeah, either way, the same concept is still there. Like, when ISO's over, it doesn't mean you stop checking up on your mates, you know, you stop reaching out and you stop opening up. Like, it's kind of like an overall topic that we wanted to just touch base on with you guys.
Yeah.
And just bring about a little awareness to those who don't know about it.
For sure. Like, I remember every time I'm drunk, you know how I am. Like, I open up like quite a bit. Like, usually
It's dumb shit though. But
Yeah.
but then there are those times where, like, you know, you actually say stuff that mean anything.
it's like one of our friends' birthdays. We were both pretty drunk and we were outside in the garden, and like it was just one of those moments where we kind of had real talk. Like we talk quite a bit. In a general sense, we know quite a bit about each other, but it's more about the good stuff, not really the bad stuff. So like it was kind of good to for me and Jordan to open up to each other and talk about like what was going on in our lives and all that. It kind of helps you take a step back and realize like, hey, you're not alone, because like some of your friends are just like, yeah, like I said before, they're going through the same things. One time in high school, I remember in high school, I was going through a really, really hard time. I felt like I wasn't able to open up to anyone. And then in high school, I was fortunate enough that there were counselors in our school. So I was able to talk to my counselor at that time. And obviously for me, it was really hard because I wasn't used to opening up to anyone. I usually kept things to myself. A lot of my friends, they didn't know that I was going through depression and anxiety at that time. They do now. I'm pretty open about it now. A lot of my friends do know that. But in high school, it was really, really hard for me to open up about that because I kind of felt embarrassed. Like, coming from an Asian background, to me, growing up, it was seen as like a weakness, which it really shouldn't be, because it's completely normal for everyone to feel that way. But growing up, it kind of felt hard to open up to other people about that stuff because they didn't want to seem weak. But yeah, after talking to a lot of people, I realized that a lot of people are going through the same thing, and it's not really weak to open up to someone. In essence, it kind of shows strength because you're able to put away your pride.
Yeah, it's like,
or whatever.
it's courage. It's bravery.
And, yeah, it takes a lot of courage to open up to your friends. Even your friends, or just like a counselor, like a stranger. Yeah, it actually helped me a lot to get through a lot. I remember the first time when I told my friends, my high school mates, that I was going through stuff like depression and all that. I still remember the situation. Like, everyone was huddled around the table in like the Agora, and then it was after school, and I just finished my session with my counsellor, and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing so late?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, I was seeing the school counsellor," and then I told them like I'm actually going through all this stuff. Yeah, like to me it was like a really big step because I honestly felt that they were gonna judge me or whatever. Like, it's kind of stupid because I knew that they weren't gonna judge me, but like.
You can't
yeah.
get away from feeling you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position.
Yeah,
like, yeah,
for
they're all
sure.
your mates and all that, but it makes you feel less of a person. Yeah, and it takes a lot. Like, for me as well. I'll talk about that later. It's like just cutting in a little bit in here, but yeah, it takes a lot for someone to open up and like check up on them, but never ever like try and push them, like, just because this whole ISIS happening, just because, you know, we're advocating like, are you okay and stuff like that. Like, yeah, be there for them, but like, don't be that person that's like, it's like kind of nagging them, like trying to get them to open up, like force them to open up. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue.
Sometimes it's like the most unexpected people that will be there for you. Some of my high school mates, the ones that I didn't like see as that close, they were actually the ones that were there for me the most. Even some of the people that I thought that were like my best mates, they were more logical thinkers, and then they were like, when I was trying to explain to them like, it's not just a phase, like I think this is who I am, like I feel like they couldn't really process that, and like to me like it hurt quite a bit because like they couldn't see where I was coming from, but like I knew that like that's just who they are. Like it's not like they don't care about me. It's just like how they view things doesn't negate the fact that they care about me. They'll still be there for me if I need them, but yeah, it just doesn't like. But it's just how they view things, and like I don't take it personally because like yeah, like I said, they'll be there for me. But yeah, like if you have friends like that, like that kind of don't understand, like doesn't mean that it's the end of the world for you. Like it just means that that one person just doesn't see from your perspective, but it doesn't negate the fact that they care about you. So like honestly, like you will encounter some people that do feel that way, but don't take it to heart. Like it does, they don't speak for everyone else in a sense, you know.
Everyone's on a different wavelength, and like
Yeah,
you can't expect the whole world to be able to understand how you feel, but
for sure.
that shouldn't stop you from trying to reach out to find someone that does, because there are, as much as there are people that won't understand, there's also that many people that do understand, and you never know, you know, how you're going to find that or where you're going to find that. But starting from your
for
friends
sure.
and your family and you know your close friends, that's where you start. That's how you look after yourself. Put some trust in your mates.
Like
You know, put some trust in your family.
I remember that one time after maybe I think it was clubbing or something, but I was super drunk, and then Aaron and I went back to your house, with you and Irene. Remember? Do you remember that day? And then we were just in your room. I think we started talking for like 2 hours. It was so long. We were
Yeah.
just sharing past experiences. Like, I feel like that was the first, like, it wasn't the first time I really opened up, but like that was the first time we had like such an in-depth discussion about like, well, my past in a sense. And then I don't feel like I've ever like told you at that point, like because I was going through a hard time, just before I met you guys as well. And then like you guys kind of showed me how to there's like more to life than like the things that I was going through at that time, you know. So communication helps a lot, because without communicating you're not able to get your own message through, and like no one's going to hear your voice, and you have a voice, you know. So like don't be afraid to use it, for sure. Like I don't know, that's why like I'm not like shit shit, I'm getting
Oh,
red.
you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. Like that's why I'm not like scared of hiding all that kind of stuff, because that's who I am. Like you just got to accept it at some point. If you can't accept the fact that you're going through that shit and that's like part of you, then you can't really learn how to enjoy yourself. Like you guys kind of get my personality. If you guys watched every video, Jordan knows my personality. I'm really like I'm a fun guy, you know. I'm like
He's carefree, you know.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, like he'll be there for you, and like he'll understand you.
What about you? Like, have you ever like gone through anything like hard or whatever that you want to share?
I don't think I've gone through like super depressing stuff lately. Like I already mentioned like a couple of videos ago about like high school bullying. Like that was a phase in the stage I went through with like, you know, a bit of depression and all that. Sorry, mum and dad. No, you guys are watching this, but I'm all good now.
Nothing to apologize for.
I'm all good now. But that was because of a bunch of different reasons, and that also changed like who I was as a person and made me who I am today.
Yeah.
To be able to step out of my box, because I was really introverted back then. But last year, before COVID happened, there was a time where I was going through shit with uni and like life, and like just I felt like I was going nowhere. It felt like my life was like on standstill. Like it is in ISO, but like worse. It was like I was working and I was studying, but I felt like I wasn't doing anything with my life. Like not really controlling it, or not really putting an effort into, you know, being better and like actually work towards career path and study harder, etc., etc. I was also like clubbing at the time as well, so it was kind of like my way of, you know, taking a break like from all the mental stress that it was giving me, and like maybe like a little bit of an excuse, I guess, because like I got paid and stuff, but you know, I was partying with my mates and stuff, but yeah, it all adds up, slowly builds and builds and builds, and then one night it just kind of came out, exploded, it was like I ended up crying to Matt about that.
I remember
Like,
that
it
time,
was,
yeah.
like that was the last time I cried, and before that it was like a long time. When it gets to that point, you know, you don't know how it's going to turn out, and you kind of don't want to get to that point because by that time it may be too late. For me, and what Matt told me was, it's not like extreme circumstances. It may be too late, but personally,
yeah.
there's always a point of return. Like, you know, it's never ever too late.
Yeah.
You know, you can do it. You just got to put the effort in. You got to put the mind to it. It's all about your mindset, and I learned that a lot through multiple conversations with a lot of people.
That kind of brings me to the point, like, back to the point where, like, communication opens perspective, and if you want to change your mindset, you have to open up perspective, and that is only done by communication. You know what I mean? So you just gotta talk to people, open up, and by, like, it's easier said than done, obviously, but once you do it, take that first step, like, I guarantee you, it's only, like, uphill from here? Yeah, that's right. It's only uphill from here.
Yeah. And yeah, as I was saying before, talking about our birthday, when I was talking
Yeah.
to you outside, this is like going through another phase with my life because I quit my old job, and it was a really hard time for me to get a new job in the corporate world. So I recently got into NAB, and before that, it took me a whole year of applying
Dude,
to different banks.
so long.
Yeah, different banks, and then there's a 6 month call off period if you fail. So I failed a fair few times, but for me when I first applied, I was like, oh, I'll be fine, because, you know, hospitality, the interview stage is very, very different to get into hospitality than it is to I mean, like, fast food hospitality, not like being a chef and all that.
Yeah.
Like proper qualified chef, like being like fast food restaurants, and compared to, you know, corporate stuff like banking industry and financial industry. And I thought it'd be fine, but then once I did it, it was not fine. I was lacking confidence. I didn't have the right answers. Like, I wasn't being specific. Like, this is all because I based my experience off hospitality, and that's not what the corporate world look for. And for me, I was like struggling with it, and then I failed, and then I ended up having to reach out, you know, because that at that time I was like stuck. I was like, I quit my job, getting no income. I was studying. No, this wasn't even studying. This was during summer break. Yeah, holiday. So I wasn't even studying. So I was literally sitting at home doing nothing, and like thinking, what am I doing in my life again? Like, kind of like a rephase of that. But I reached out to people, Matt, you know, to help me out with interviews. Jess, for example, helped me out with interviews. You know, other people that have worked there, and have interview experience. Even with their help, I still kept failing. But it's just something that you got to keep working on. And I'm only saying this because, like, I don't want people watching this video thinking that everything can be solved just by reaching out and stuff like that. Like, every person's different.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys, you know, basing off doing the same thing, but you got to find out what works for you and find out how you can get your life together. You know, if you're feeling down, like, it's all on you. You got to figure it out.
Because what we say today is just... Oh, sorry. Yeah, because, like, what we say today is based off personal experience. So... But yeah, like Jordan said, you just gotta find your own way, for sure. 100% agree.
Yeah, and as I was saying with the interviews, like the people I asked, like Jess and Matt, and other people that worked at banks, like, they don't have time. They usually don't have time to help me out, you know. But you never know. Like, you just ask for help, and they make time for you. Like, Matt made time for me. Matt called me. Went through with me, like, interview answers, how to sound professional, you know, all that jazz, you know, all that jazz about interviews. But, you know, like, he's studying full time, and he's also working full time. Yeah, and he also needs his break. He's editing our videos for Chow time. You know, people have different schedules, but people make time for you if you ask. Like, you just gotta ask, and you just gotta try.
Yeah.
Just gotta try, and
Put
you'll
that
get
pride
there.
aside, for sure.
Yeah.
Friends will always be friends. Like, if they're not free, they'll tell you straight up. But if they are, they're 100% going to help you. Like, for example, when you ask me, like, it's for, like, your assignment, right? And you're like, oh, can you help me with this? I'm like, I'm busy. I don't think I'm free till, like, next Thursday or something like that. It was, like, 10 days away. And then as soon as, like, my schedule did free up, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm free for half an hour to an hour. Like, I can help you, you know? Like, just because someone says they're busy like they will still make time for you if they're free. Like, just doesn't hurt to like talk sometimes. And if that doesn't work, then just reset your mindset and work on yourself. Because at the end of the day, although you can count on other people, the only person you can truly count on is definitely yourself. Like, stay true to yourself and like have that good mindset, and like you can overcome like basically anything for sure.
On top of that, you also want to be like serious if you're reaching for help. Like, you gotta make sure they know that you're being serious, and it's not just one of those like, I'm fine, or like not one of those like, oh, can you help me with something, when instead you're talking about a serious matter about your well-being and health, and you want a shoulder to lean on. Sometimes your mates can be dense, or your family can be a little dense. I'm sure some of you will know, like your parents, sometimes they won't notice at all.
For sure.
But just gotta try and make sure it's known, that's all. But up to your own comfort, that is. Anyway, I've smashed my food.
Damn. I'm getting like sweats. There's like so much left. I think I'm just gonna give the rest to my sister or my family. Fuck, there's like so much food.
I was actually gonna leave some for work tomorrow, but I just ate it all.
Alright, so that brings us to the end of our episode. Hopefully what we talked about today kind of helps in some sort of way, no matter how big or how small. Just want to let you guys know that you're not alone. If you do ever want to reach out, don't be afraid to talk to either me or Jordan, even Jimmy from Sydney. One of us, like, we'll try help out.
Even with strangers. Even with strangers, like, don't be afraid. Like, happy to lend an ear, man. Happy to help you out.
Sometimes it's easier talking to a stranger because they know nothing about you. I've actually learned that. Yeah,
true.
For sure.
That's true, yeah.
Don't be afraid to look up on Are You Okay? Or Beyond Blue. Those websites do help out a lot and provide support for you guys, especially during this hard time.
Yep. So big shout out to BBQ Code for my delicious Wagyu set today, and
mine from MANCHI. Hopefully I didn't butcher the name. MANCHI. It's pretty good. I actually quite thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm stuffed.
Don't forget also to support your local restaurants. Uber Eats, just like we have today. Order your favorite food, eat at home, comfort your own home. Yada yada yada. You've heard me say too many times, but that's the end of our episode. Stay tuned. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That's it from us.
It is. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.